So we're back at Blue Moon Cycles with everything on the walls and the ceilings, and John's here with me again. Thanks for having me back, John.
Good to see you.
It's so amazing to see you again and all these ridiculously awesome bikes. I'd love to go upstairs and continue the tour.
Well, we got a staircase right here.
Okay, let's go that way.
Okay.
You always had 2 floors? Oh
No, we built this second floor.
Oh my gosh, John. Oh my gosh. What? This is ridiculous. Okay, I'm just gonna start in the corner.
You know, it's funny, I didn't think about this, but I think I built this first, and I'm like, that's enough, you know.
Yeah, just
And then I'm
one.
like, oh, I'll build another one over there, and then that, and then we built that whole box.
Okay.
Because it was just really gonna be a perimeter.
Yeah.
So this all evolved.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, every corner is packed with, I mean, is this for a racer? Is this something kind of a...
That's a Sidecar Racer made by Stibe. Probably went on a BMW.
What?
And yeah.
So cool. What is this?
This is a Moto Guzzi Falcone Nuevo.
Okay.
And that is the last of the Falcones, the 500 singles.
It's beautiful.
And it's I think a 74, 500 single thumper. And
it's awesome.
It's the same as the Guzzi in the War Room. Here's the early Guzzi. This is also the 500 single. Look how much smaller it is.
Yeah.
But still a 500.
It's really small. Like.
Yep.
Wow.
And this is 1935.
Okay. Feeling a little bit more like the world of the Indians, right? Like with the...
Guzzi to BMW is a little bit like Indian is to Harley.
Oh, okay.
In fact, they were, you know, a little bit of the underdog. They made very stylish bikes. And one of the premier companies in Europe, and one of my favorite brands. I would say next to BMW, Moto Guzzi might be second place, and NSU also, which we'll see
in John's heart of ranking motorcycles, right?
Yeah, which means nothing.
No, it's good, it's good. So this is the first Royal Enfielder we're seeing here, right?
This is a Royal Enfield. I want to say it's a 70s model.
It's super cool.
It's easy to tell the year of a motorcycle, even if you don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Because there's certain features that will class it for the year it came from. So one of the first things you look at is what kind of fork does it have?
Okay.
Is it a girder fork like this? If it is, well, girders were only made in the 30s and, you know,
when ladies wore girders,
early 40s. No, ladies were girdles.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I'm so sorry, John.
Yeah, bridges have girders.
That's right. Okay. Get it straight, VW.
Yeah, let's not bring the women's underwear into this either.
I don't want to have problems.
Keep it clean.
The fashion industry would just take to kill me.
All right.
This is great. Look at this.
If girder's fork, okay, it's got a girder, so therefore it's got to be late 30s, early 40s.
Okay.
Then you look at a bike like this. Well, this could be 70s, 80s. Well, wait a minute. It's got a drum brake. All right, disc brakes by 1975. Bikes had disc brakes, so you know it's earlier than that. Then the other thing I look at is the gearbox. Is it part of the motor or is it separate?
I see.
Gearbox is separate. Well, that tells me that it's going to be 50s or 60s. So this has got to be like a...
Those are great.
60s and the early 70s Royal Enfield.
Wow, it's a beautiful bike. And for sale?
Yeah,
but not
3,900.
Wow.
Yeah. 3,900. Almost no miles.
Is there room for 2 bikes in a garage, or what's the...
2 bikes take up less room than half a car.
Things that no one ever... Wow.
Survivor. I don't think early Benzin Dispenser, which was basically probably was in a drugstore.
Yeah.
And this is before, you see the benzene sign up front?
Yeah.
This was possible that you pulled your car up and bought a quart of gas, but it was probably more for lights, gas lights.
Yeah.
I think that could be 1800s before electricity.
So cool. Oh my God. The room continues, John. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
So this is some of my better bikes.
I haven't seen a bike yet that I wasn't in love with, by the way.
Okay.
Just for the record. This is awesome.
Yeah, Lyle Crocodile. We built 3 of these. I think they were supposed to film in LA, Atlanta, and London. LA was shut down for COVID. London, I think, was shut down for COVID. So they shot the whole movie in Atlanta, and they wanted 3 identical of these. There. In the movie, they're running down Peachtree Street, and they pull into the Fox Theater. And just as they pull into the lobby of the Fox, the sidecar breaks loose and the alligator goes one way and the motorcycle goes the other way.
I gotta watch this.
And
This
it's a
sounds
big,
great.
it's a big crash scene. Yeah.
This is cool. I've never heard of this movie before in my life. Now I'm gonna-
It was a children's book. They made it into a movie, and I was hoping it would do good. Like I said, we made 3 of these. They wanted to keep one, thinking it might go to Disney World or something.
Right.
And I can't remember what happened to the other one. And then I kept one.
What do they call these type of sidecars that look like little bullets?
It's actually an Inder sidecar from India.
Okay.
It's a really cheap sidecar. I wanted to sell them Stibes, but I couldn't get them quick enough.
Sure.
But
It's got a fun look to it, though.
yeah, it is, and it's functional. It works just as good as any sidecar. I made 3 identical, and you really couldn't tell them apart, except this gas cap has knurling on it,
Okay.
and the other 2 were smooth.
Okay.
And the guy's like,
He noticed
the
it.
gas caps are different.
Continuity guy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, and I got them
Right,
the right
right.
cap, and then they were happy.
This bike. This is what, John? Do you drive this?
Yeah, I used to race this.
What? So
this
you lay down. Both people lay down.
Yeah,
right?
it's called a kneeler. Of course, you can't hardly see. Now the passenger's up behind because they're going
Oh, I
into
see.
they're going into a right-hand turn. But you get in it. I'll say in it rather than on it.
Right. Okay.
Your knees go down here,
Right, and then the other guy lays down like this.
and then you lay down here. Your hand goes here
What? Okay, hold on.
like this.
Oh man, there's
Now
no
we're
way,
all-
John.
We're all aerodynamic.
we're
Going
gonna
100 miles an hour.
die. How fast?
100.
100 miles an hour, and this low to the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you gotta hang way out here on the rights. You gotta keep that
Oh.
sidecar wheel on the ground.
Oh.
So you're hanging way out, and then on the lefts, you're up behind me, leaning over.
Oh,
as
I'm
far
not
as you
laying down
can.
for the whole ride. I'm getting up, moving around.
You are an acrobat.
Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're doing this anytime soon. This is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Do they still
They're-
race things like this? Like, are they still
Oh
functional?
yeah, vintage racing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I quit about 10 years ago,
Okay.
only because my monkey died. He didn't fall off and die. He died another way, but
Right.
I lost my my teammate.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one here is a little bit earlier. If you
Oh,
notice, this is
cool.
called a sitter.
Okay.
So before
I like how that sounds
before the
already.
kneeler came the sitter,
Okay.
and the sitter uses basically a stock motorcycle frame.
Okay.
That's all custom built frame.
Right.
But this one you simply sit on. You're not solo, and
yeah.
this is
Oh, that's great.
this is
Wow.
like 30s through 50s, and then by the late 50s, early 60s, they went to the kneeler style.
Have you raced on this before?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And before it was made into a sitter, what was this bike? It was a BMW. Was it something else, and then it was converted to this, or was it built? For
Yeah,
this?
it was a 1930s BMW R51, but the motor's been modified to such an extent that it's no longer what it was originally.
You're laying down here, and you're just like by the motor. You're on it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. You're
And the
lucky
teamwork is incredible because if he's in the wrong place at the wrong time,
Yeah.
it could be disastrous.
It kind of reminds me of like a bobsled team, like Olympic bobsledding,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
it's
kinda,
very
yeah.
choreographed and very specific.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm really attracted to these big BMW signs, so I
Okay.
guess I'll go over here. Beautiful BMWs.
These are 2 bikes, and this is basically the overhead version. This is the side valve version,
Okay.
the flathead.
Yeah.
This bike I rode, this is another not for sale. If I had to only keep one bike in the whole building, this would be the one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We found it.
and the reason is I rode this in the motorcycle Cannonball,
Oh,
which
okay.
was Daytona to Tacoma.
Okay.
So that's 4,000 miles cross country. You get your course every day. It's a bunch of pages you have to put together, and then it goes on this scroll chart, so you can. And it's like go 2 miles, turn left. Go 3 miles, turn right. And it doesn't tell you, road numbers.
No,
Or
this is a very.
you don't know where you're going that day to the next city.
This is why we have GPS today.
Yeah,
Not this.
and it's like
What? This is crazy.
It's like 300 to 400 miles a day with just this roll chart. But there's
Wow.
100 of people just as crazy as you
So maybe you can follow them.
out there trying to, win this thing.
Wow, that's good. How many times have you done the Cannonball?
Just the one time.
Yeah, that'd be enough for me too. I think one done, I would be
Well,
like,
yeah, for me, once was enough. And I finished with a perfect score. So how am I going to?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do
you're good,
better?
Yeah. Beautiful bike. 53. Look at you.
No,
Cannonball.
well, yeah. This is 1928 BMW.
No, I meant number 53.
yeah,
Sorry.
28 R62.
Wow. Beautiful bike.
Yep.
Totally. Okay. Moving on to another
Okay.
accordion bike, but not Boxster. Sorry. I'm gonna
Right.
learn
The
the
other
right words.
the other big brand. The other big brand to BMW was Zundap.
Never heard of them.
Zundap was a premier German manufacturer. They also
Wow.
made the opposed twin engine shaft drive like BMW.
Okay. Was it another one of those kind of motorcycle companies that are the underdog?
Yep. They well respected in Germany, not so well known here, but they one-upped BMW in 1938. They made the four-cylinder.
Oh, look at that.
So this is a four-cylinder opposed motor,
Take that, BMW.
and it's kind of a layout like a modern Goldwing.
And BMW again stands for?
Bavarian Motor Works.
Sorry, Bavarian Motor Works. Look what
That's
I got.
the English pronunciation.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they're German. Yeah. Whoa.
I won't try to butcher the German
We'll
pronunciation.
leave it alone. This is a really cool bike
Yep.
because it has like you said before, the girder kind of feel to it,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's like leaned back. I love the lines of this bike. I think I like it more than this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Not that
Well,
I'm shopping, but
One reason the older they get, they look kind of cool because think about it, they're rigid frame.
yeah.
They don't have any rear suspension.
Mm.
Once they had to go with rear suspension, the frames got taller, the seats got higher,
Yeah.
and you don't sit as low
You ruin the
as
lines.
you do on a rigid.
But if you're going to sit high on suspension, this bike here looks like another. The motor looks like something out of Swiss, right?
Yeah, this is super rare. This is a Ratier.
Okay.
This is made in
Wow.
France.
French bike.
And I told you earlier I didn't like white wall tires.
Right.
Well, I do like them on this bike because this was built for the French Paris Police Department.
It looks like a
And
police
being
bike.
Paris, they wanted white wall tires on all their police bikes. So this
Wow.
is a bike that should have white walls.
And the bike is black with white, two-tone on the tank and everything,
Right.
so it works for that. 61.
And Ratier made airplane propellers.
Okay.
So they were a propeller. They made airplane motors, and then later they made just the propellers. So if you look at their logo on the tank, I think it's a little bit like a propeller.
Oh yeah, totally. I totally see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Look at this
So,
bike.
yeah,
John.
that's Paris Police. And I've seen one or two of these.
Wow. How'd you get this bike?
I bought it in Germany from a collector. I was at his house and I saw it and he didn't really like it, and I took it.
Mistake. He made a mistake. his bad is your win. Look at
Yeah.
that. Okay.
This is AJS, a British bike, very good brand, but they went out of business in mid-60s, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Motorcycle world is hard.
AJS and Matchless, they were kind of the same company.
Wow. It's a-
I like the name of it. It's called a Hurricane.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
British
looks-
had the best names. They had
Right?
Hurricane, the Interceptor, Manx,
Yeah. Oh, I like the Manx.
Black Shadow. Great names.
Very very British here, right? With the side badging and everything on the tank.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm kind of like stuck back here in bike land. Okay, what's the next one?
BMW R68. This is the most valuable of the post-war BMWs. They only made, I want to say, around 1,600 over about 5 years.
Mm.
And this is the original paint one. This bike belonged to a guy named Red Wolverton. He was very well known motorcycle rider, high mileage rider. And when he died, he had this motorcycle engraved into his headstone.
What?
In New York.
Wow.
And they had white walls,
Because John's keeping track.
right?
But this bike is like super shiny.
Yeah. Another
it's brand
accordion boxer motor.
It's for a boxer motor.
This is a Japanese copy of a BMW.
Okay. It's
called-
so cool.
It's called Marusho.
Okay.
They made the Lilac, which was a copy, a little V-twin. It wasn't a copy, it was a V-twin. This was their opposed twin. And this one is blinged out in that all the aluminum castings have been polished. He made little windows in the bike so you could see the internals. That's the flywheel. He's got the brake is open.
I saw that.
On the other side, the drive shaft's open. Everywhere you look, up here, look, there's a little plastic window where you can see the internals of the motor. And it's kind of like what they call a cutaway, which they use for schooling.
Education, yeah.
But it's
not.
a cutaway that runs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to see this bike drivetrain real quick. Hold on.
So
What?
you won't see another one of these.
Yeah, and you got this bike from Japan.
I bought it here, but it's made in Japan. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at the window here and the drive shaft.
What? Just because you can.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So cool. And it
So
feels like an old
I
bike.
bought this actually for a client. A guy's like, I want that bike. Go get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the bike for him. He reneged.
Oh.
And I kept it, and I'm like so happy that he didn't buy it.
Yeah, you can get another guy with bad taste that it's your win. So that's great. Look at this bike. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, we have a Harley with a sidecar.
No, we just
No.
have a sidecar.
No Harley. I thought that was matching.
I sold the bike. This was on a knucklehead. It's an old sidecar. It's really nice restored,
Really nice.
but
Really
it's on
nice.
the left side. And that doesn't work on any country that drives on the left. This is for like England, Australia, Japan, where they drive on the right side of the road.
And there is no swapping it once it's designed that way.
Right. You
I
can't
see.
swap. Some you can, but this one you can't swap.
I see. It's really cool.
So I'm kind of stuck with it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, there's worse things to be stuck with.
Yeah.
I thought it went with this bike because the colors were very close, in this
Right.
light anyway.
This is a Henderson made in Chicago,
Okay.
made by the Schwinn Bicycle Company.
Oh, I know they make motorcycles. They did? That's
Yep.
cool.
And Schwinn, Ignat Schwinn, story I heard, it might be a little bit off, but
I like lore. It's okay.
he had an engineer, quote, test rider who was test riding the same model 4-cylinder motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
He went over some train tracks in Chicago and crashed and died.
Oh.
And the owner of the company, Mr. Schwinn, was so distraught that he said, that's it, we're not making motorcycles anymore. And this was the last year.
Oh, wow.
Yep, 1932.
The handlebars are crazy, right? Like these huge, like almost like a steer.
Yep.
It's
Yep, and this is all nickel plated. Chrome came into fashion around 1928, but they were still doing nickel too in the early 30s.
It's really cool. If that guy from Vietnam had this bike, it'd all be chrome. One big chrome,
Yeah.
one big chrome Schwinn. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful bike.
Yeah.
I think it's another one of my favorites of your collection.
Mine too, one that's not for sale.
Yeah, really, I totally agree with you. Don't sell this. BMW?
Yeah, R12, built for before the war, but then the war started, and of course everything in Germany went into war production.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was a civilian, well, it could have been military, but now it's civilianized, black with white stripes.
Sure.
Only difference is the military would have been gray.
One of your few yellow bikes in your collection.
Dunstall Norton. Paul Dunstall was a famous Norton dealer in London.
Wow.
And he built cafe racers. The first time the cafe racers were popular, which was in the late 60s, early 70s. And this bike has all of his parts on it. A guy here in the US actually ordered the bike, spec'd it out with all the Dunstall equipment, flew over to England, took delivery, toured Europe on the bike, shipped it home, and then parked it. So it's a very authentic Dunstall Norton.
It's beautiful.
And I have all the paperwork to go with it
Wow, for sale.
for sale.
Wow, it looks so fast. It's so like retro cool with the flat nose, and yeah, this is a really cool bike.
Yep.
Amazing. Vincent,
Vincent.
first
yeah,
Vincent.
one of the best names in motorcycling.
Yeah.
Vincent was made in England. They built V-twins that were the world's fastest motorcycle at the time. And that lasted for, I think, like 20 years. They were the fastest bike. But this is not the twin. This is the 500 single,
I see.
referred to as the Comet.
I see.
The twins were the Rapide and the Black Shadow. Comet was the single. And it's a very nice bike to ride.
Really, really cool. Very, very like manly, like aggressive, like again, Terminator in my mind, right? Like it's a
Very nice
man's
to
bike.
ride.
Maybe not, but wow, this suspension is different, right?
This is called a girdrolic.
Okay.
So it's a hydraulic girder.
Okay.
The last of the girders, the most advanced girder.
Really?
This is aluminum spar here, and then this is hydraulic back here.
Wow.
So it acts a little better damping and better suspension control than just a
Super
sprung
cool.
girder.
I mean, to think this stuff up and then design it and then engineer it and put it all together and build it and try it and make it work, it's just like, forget it. There's no way. There's no way. Another really fast looking bike, really, really fast.
This is a bit historic in that Harley built these for racing in the late 60s, early 70s.
Ooh.
And this bike was recreated for Jay Springsteen, who was a Harley factory rider.
Okay.
And a friend of mine here in Georgia had a race team, and he actually hired Jay Springsteen to ride his bikes in ARMA historic road racing. And this is the bike that Jay campaigned, and it won just about every race he put it in.
I bet. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to be selling it soon. I'm not racing, and I would like to see it back on the track. So hopefully I'll find somebody who will campaign it.
Yeah, totally. Shall we go this way?
Okay.
More floors, more bikes.